Hello, students. Today we are going to discuss the very first topic which has been prescribed into your syllabus by Punjab University Chandigarh. The topic which we are going to discuss today is communication, its introduction, meaning, and definition. So let us begin with the topic which we are going to discuss today. Students, generally we know that communication is the act of sharing or exchanging information or ideas or feelings. Means when we communicate with someone, with any person, we share our ideas, we exchange our ideas, our information with someone, or we exchange or share our feelings with someone. So let us begin with the topic. Communication has been important from the time of Adam and Eve, means it's very important topic. Communication is important from the time of Adam and Eve. Over the years, it has been refined and made into a sophisticated tool in the present era of knowledge, economy, professionalism. One must master the communication skills to become successful in one's career. The present era is the era of knowledge, economy, professionalism. So, in this era, a person must be the master of communication skills. Only then he can be a successful person in his or her career. Only the knowledge of the subject and intelligence cannot guarantee success without the ability to deal with people. If a person is have if a person has complete knowledge about any subject and that person is intelligent, with both of these qualities a person cannot be a successful person. To be successful person, he or she must have the ability to deal with, to communicate with people around him, and his and he must have the ability to communicate with people, to share his ideas, his feelings, or any information with the people around him in an effective way. So only being an intelligent or knowledgeable person is not enough to be a successful person in one's life. He or she must have to be able to communicate with people. Only then a person can be successful in one's career. That's why one should pay adequate attention to different ways of communication, like talking face to face, writing letters and reports, sending emails, listening to others, gestures, and body language, etc. So, in order to learn effective communication, a person has to learn talking face to face with someone, writing letters or reports. He must have the knowledge regarding sending emails or listening to others while they talk, his gestures, should be accurate, and the body language should also be according to his speech or what he is talking about. So it becomes clear from this discussion that communication is an essential part of one's life. If a person wants to be a successful person in his if a person wants to be successful in his or her career. The English word communication has been derived from the Latin word communis. So, this word has been derived from the Latin word communis, which means common. So, communis means common, and it implies, means its meaning is that communication is common understanding through communion. Communication is common understanding through communion. Communion here means sharing of thoughts and feelings. So, when a person shares his or her thoughts and feelings with another person, it's called a communication. Public communication involves speech delivered by one person to a large group at a time. So, communication means uh, speech delivered by one person to a large group at a time. That is called public communication. Delivered by one person to large group is called public communication. Political leaders, trade union leaders, or some religious preachers dealing with large group of people have to deliver speech to a large assembly or a gathering. Political leaders, trade union leaders, or any religious preachers, they deal with large groups of peoples or large gatherings or assembly. So their communication is can be called public communication. Next, there are definitions of communication. See the definition number 2. Communication is the process. You can learn this definition, students. Communication is the process by which information is transmitted between individuals and or organizations so that an understanding response results. So communication is the process by which information is transmitted between individuals and organizations so that an understanding response results. Next important definition of communication is has been provided by W.H. Newman and C.F. Summer Jr. They have given us the definition to communication. Communication is an exchange of facts, ideas, opinions, or emotions by two or more persons. According to W.H. Newman and C.F. Summer Jr., communication is an exchange of facts, ideas, opinions, or emotions. Means by communicating with another person, a person exchanges or shares the facts, ideas, opinions, or emotions with another person. Communication transmits information not only about tangible facts. Tangible here means actual. Tangible means actual facts and determinable ideas and opinions, but also about emotions. So, communication doesn't mean to share only facts or ideas. By communicating with another person, a person can share his emotions or feelings too. When a communicator passes on or transmits some information, he may also either intentionally or unconsciously be communicating his attitude or the frame of his mind. Means when a person shares his ideas, opinions, feelings or emotions with another person, we can judge the attitude or the frame of mind of that person. Sometimes the latter may be more relevant to the reality that is being communicated. Often we may have come across words of high praise spoken in a scoffing tone. In this case, the words signify nothing and the tone is the real thing. Similarly, high sounding expressions of bravery may be only a mask to conceal a person's timidity and cowardice, which may be betrayed by his facial expressions. So, when a person talks or communicates with another person, we can judge his inner, we can judge his internal condition of that person while he is talking to another person by his body language or gestures. Here, facial expressions are an important part of communication. So, underline you can you must you have to keep this in your mind that facial expressions are an important part of communication. Administrative communication is a process which involves the transmission and accurate replication of ideas ensured by feedback for the purpose of eliciting actions which will accomplish organizational goals. So, you have to keep in your mind the meaning and definitions of communication. The process of communication involves exchanging facts, ideas, opinions, or emotions between two or more persons. Feedback is an essential aspect of communication. The main purpose of communication is to inform or to bring round to a certain point of view or to elicit action. The main purpose of communication is to inform or to bring round to a certain point of view or to elicit action. So, this is the uh, process of communication in which feedback or facial expressions or the purpose of communicating is very important. So, students, in this lecture, in our very first lecture, we have discussed the important topic communication, its meaning, introduction, and definition. So, today we have covered this topic. Tomorrow we will continue with our next lecture. Thank you. Thank you very much.